Hi everyone, welcome to Business Bites, the podcast where we break down entrepreneurship, business, and technology into bite-sized insights that you can actually use. I'm Kenneth, and whether you've just started or you're looking to start or you're looking to take your venture to the next level, this show has something for you. In each episode, we will explore actionable advice, real-world examples, and the intersection of innovation and opportunity. Let's dive into it. So the first episode at Business Bites is going to be airing out the common mistakes new entrepreneurs make. And this is not only centered around new entrepreneurs, but also people who have started already. For example, you're starting a tech company, you're opening a brick and mortar store, you are opening a shoe store, you're probably starting up a wholesale shop in Chikubo, or Jikomba. So the first episode at Business Bites, whatever you are doing, understanding is going to be these pitfalls. Airing out can save you time, common mistakes new entrepreneurs make. So mistake number one that is not only centered around new is underestimating costs, but also people who have started already. This, for example, you're starting a tech company, entrepreneurs opening a brick because most of them don't do enough research. And knowing how much you are opening a shoe store, it will cost for you to run your business. You're probably starting a business that you are planning wholesale to start up in Chikubu is very important. Many people only focus on the initial startup capital. They make a quotation and they say, I'm going to need rent, I'm going to need bring in the first stock, probably I'm going to need some legal fees for registering the LLC or for example in Uganda registering with the KCC and stuff, and they end there. They don't go beyond that. They don't go to how much would it cost for them to start marketing? How much would it cost for them if they are to employ someone? Because some businesses you have to start with directly into employing people, employing workers. Some businesses you're not going to do them alone. Some businesses need softwares to run them or to track the sales and the products and the customers' feedback. So all these are costs, and many starting entrepreneurs don't really count these costs. So to avoid such mistakes, you have to create a detailed budget. Sometimes you have to overprice in the budget. I call it exaggerating the budget. I feel like the word miscellaneous when you're doing a budget for your business should be used so often, because you are covering for the expenses that you probably are forgetting to include to specify in the budget. You can do yourself a favor and on every specific item that you're budgeting for, go 20% more. Calculate 20% more than the actual price that you are asking for. The actual price that you are anticipating that particular item would cost. So mistake number 2 is not validating your idea. Another common error is jumping straight into execution without validating your idea. Just because you love your product doesn't mean every other person will buy it. Before investing too much time and money, test your concept through surveys, prototypes or pilot programs. People who have done research know that doing a pilot study is something that is mandatory if you're to start something. Even if you're to execute a program and you want to implement something in the community, you have to first run a pilot study, maybe with a smaller group of people that is randomly picked from the community. So you have to find out, is there a problem you're solving in the community? The service or the good that you're selling, what problem is it solving to the community? what essence is it adding on to the community? It's very important to know what gap are you bridging in the entrepreneurship world. This will help you focus, and this will help you know exactly what direction you should take. Then we have mistake number 3 is trying to do everything alone. This is done majorly by solo proprietors. You're a solo founder, and it's tempting to wear all the hats. It's always tempting to wear all the hats. You want to be CEO, you want to be marketeer, you want to be developer, you want to be the accountant. But trying to do everything yourself can hold you back so much, because you will have a lot of backlog. You have to accomplish one thing and do the other, and these are the people. Sometimes these are the people that at the end of the day, when the business is finally successful, you have overworked yourself and your health is deteriorated. You have made a lot of money, and yet the money that you've made has to now be used to maintain you, or to maintain your health. It is good to avoid all these by bringing some people on board, people that have specific expertise where in areas that you don't have. It's so helpful, and it gives good outcome for the business. There is productivity. In fact, there is very, very high productivity when you bring in people that are experts in doing specific things, and you particularly as a person, you're also concentrating on making yourself better in managerial skills, because the biggest part after the business has kick-started and it's up and running, the biggest part you're going to do is going to be managerial. So it's better to develop yourself in that part of being managerial more than, yes, you have to know all the steps, the chain of command, the system through which your product goes through up to the consumer. But it's also important to have a specific part that you're developing yourself into and bettering yourself. It's really important. Number 4, we have ignoring cash flow management. The cash flow management is the lifeblood of any business. Yet many startup businesses fail because they don't manage it properly. Even profitable businesses can go under if they run out of cash. Keeping a close eye on your inflows and outflows, tracking receivables and payables, and maintaining enough liquidity to cover short-term needs is very important when you are starting a business or when you are running your business. You need to consider using some tools like QuickBooks or Xero, to stay organized, because you have to track every single penny that is flowing through your company or your business. You have to also track the records of how you've been performing. Monthly reports are very important. For example, for people that are looking to franchise, and diversify, monthly reports are very, very important. They help you keep track on what you're doing, to understand that you're not just throwing money in the air, and to understand that the efforts you're putting into the business are really yielding something. The mistake number 5, and our last for the episode today, is overlooking marketing. We don't. I think many people who are starting businesses really don't emphasize this enough. Marketing for a business is very important because it creates visibility. Don't assume that when you start your business, customers are just going to come from nowhere. No. You have to create visibility. You have to put this thing in front of them. You have to feed them this thing wherever they turn to. They have to see you. They have to see your product every time they think of wanting customized t-shirts, they have to think of one person. You know, if you're into the t-shirt branding business, someone wants a particular customized t-shirt, they have to think of you. This is what it means by marketing. Marketing is one of the pillars in branding yourself. You know, one of the things you do to brand yourself. Branding is so wide, but marketing is embedded into branding, and it's very, very important. So our summary, we have five points we have looked at. Under estimating costs, you know, we say creating a realistic budget with a buffer is very important. Number 2, not validating your idea is a very big mistake. You have to test your concept with real customers before committing fully. You know, trying to do everything alone. As the third point, you have to delegate non-core tasks and focus on what you do best. And then number 4, ignoring cash flow management. Monitor your finances closely and ensure liquidity. And finally, number 5, overlooking marketing. We say investing in promotion from day one is essential to attract customers, you know. So be aware of these pitfalls, and you will be better equipped to navigate the challenges of entrepreneurship and set your goals clear, and this will set you up for success, definitely. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll be hoping to see you in the next episode, where we shall be looking at our next episode is going to be about our next episode is going to be about how to pitch your business idea to investors. Many people have business ideas, and some people really don't have the money enough to start these business ideas into to translate these business ideas into real businesses. And they need support, they need investors to come in and give them a helping hand. So we are going to look at all the pillars you need and what you need to do to attract and to get to investors. You know, also getting to investors is one thing, but how do you present your business to this investor? How do you sell this business idea to this investor that his attention is caught and he really wants to hear more about it? You know, we're going to be breaking down all that in the next episode. Stay tuned for episode 2. See you then. Subscribe and follow us for more.